Okay, so let's move in and introduce, for some of you, Sansho, part one. Okay? But you're going to need that skill that we just did in the Maki Tosh. We took advantage of the tsuba to give you some sort of learning curve, but there's no tsuba on the Jo. You're going to have to take it again. Okay? So today, we're just going to introduce the moves, and we clean it up, and we clean it up, and we clean it up. Okay? So make sure you memorize the moves, practice your presence, don't lose your freaking mind. Okay? First move, same thing. I'll give an opening, he takes the ski. And it should penetrate enough to have the spinal displacement. And can you shut the door? Boom. Boom. And you take whatever steps you need for your range. You can't have it be where you're going to do tsugiyashi and you're out of range. Okay? So you need front crossovers, it's fine. Take them. Just make it smooth. Okay? So when I'm out here, boom! It should look like that. It shouldn't be like this. Okay? You got it? So, and then his ski fills. Come on. Oh, boom. It's not that I'm sitting here waiting for him. Just like in Shomanuchi Suwariwaza on this side, right? I have to fill the gap. Same thing here. He fills the gap, not waits for the gap to be at full fruition. Ooh, ooh. Okay, let's go. First move. Okay, there's two sides to the form. You're going to use two different strategies. It's not quite as clear as it was with the Boken and the Jo. They have their obvious advantages, okay? But the Jo is very versatile. So he will eventually adopt a kind of circular and more of a yin tactic. My side is going to be very quick, and I'm trying to do a more linear, faster tactic. So I will be trying to neutralize his action so that I can get past his arm ring, Jo ring, and get to that spinal ring, okay? He'll be trying to smother me. Do you see? And so as he smothers me, that's why I have to do the yin neutralizations to get past those things, all right? So on the first one, he goes, I'm here. So the Jo comes in, and you shift your weight, and you're already on the other side of the weapon. Don't step back with your center of gravity between, because you did not do that small circle. Don't do this one either. You're not doing the right technique. It's not consistent with the rest of the Jo strategy, and then your range gets off. So let's look at it. There's his spinal displacement. So that would be where his spine is. Just stay there. Just get your Jo out of the picture. And I'm going to do a front crossover, and I'm going to step out. Let's say I do this. So usually how that works is that he does not ever penetrate. You see? He does not ever penetrate, and then this works. You see? But that first one is wrong, because he has tried smothering me, right? So he's there. So, right there. So already here, don't bring this one, don't move his Jo. Not a big whop. Very short and quick. Foot maneuver 2, very short and quick. So, you're going to want to do this as a beginner. 1, 2. But now that's not short and quick. So watch that. 1, 2, no. And make sure you're on target. So, and again, you want him to touch that. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're going to go slow. Here's the deviation right here. He's already at 1/4 off my body, off my center line. See? On, off, then I just move and he's off. The Joe angle, slow. Okay? You're going to see a very subtle hand change. So, as I move, the weapon moves. I hold it with this hand. I'm here, and as I shift, the left hand comes back. You see that? Well, I open the right hand and leave the right hand where it is, and that's the hand change. Boom. Then the right hand is going to come up to the top of the head, just like on Makitoshi that you've been doing. Okay? And now I have the plane that I want. That diagonal, this weapon comes around and hits. So we go slow. Boom. There's the plane. Boom. Slower. Boom. Slide. Grab. Boom. Mistakes. Keep the right hand there. You see where it's at the end? This is now very awkward. Next mistake. Keep the right hand there. Then you try to transition here. That's not where you want to have a one-handed grip at weapon contact. You tend to not slide very far. Then you come up and you have this little tiny grip here at the very end. When you hit that, there's going to be the equal and opposite force coming back. You don't want that edge cutting into you. Give yourself something here at the end. Third mistake, you don't adopt that plane. You're spinning around your head. You see you're pushing it. Well, that's not a yin neutralization. You're telling them exactly what you're doing. And then you go around your head. Look how long that's open. Timing should be boom, pop. We finish at the same time. He hits in his mind, and I hit his mind. Okay? Let's go. Okay, Yokomanuchi. Hand comes straight up. You want to hide your motion as long as you can. So you don't do Yokomanuchi like this. It comes up. Is it the guard? Is it going to be a grab? You see? Is it just coming up for the kick? So you hide it, comes up, and then the elbow comes in. Boom, boom. The elbow does not go out. You see? It's structurally weak. This is how people get tennis elbow and stuff. Okay? It's a structural weakness right there. So you don't use that. Same thing goes on Kesauchi. You guys all picture baseball. But it's not the same dynamics. Okay? And even at a certain point, you're going to see that they turn their grip. So as he comes in, we'll just get the angles. Here we are. Don't think this. Let's give me a target. I'm at the top of my head. I don't hit it from the side. That's where you F up. You see? Because it's not like you go here and then you go here to hit. Everyone always goes around like this. So I'm going to do like I'm doing Shomen, but I just turn my wrist. Turn my wrist. So I'm coming down, but I turn my wrist. That's the movement. So you watch the Joe, boom, I come down, boom, but I turn my wrist. That was the angle. That was all I needed. And then the hip does it. So he comes around, boom, up, I'm coming straight down, turn my wrist, boom, hit. Straight down, whoa, turn my wrist, boom, hit. Straight down, boom, turn the wrist. Watch the difference. Second, I go around with my elbows. That's a totally different thing. It's going to take longer. There's less marriage of gravity on it. You're not cutting through. Your angle of cancellation is not cutting through as many planes. And it's not anatomically correct. So don't start swinging the Joe around. Boom, boom. Turn your wrist. So at the end, you're going to have that. You're not going to have this. You see? It turned my wrist. I'm here like that. Okay, go. You're in the yin-yang universe. Okay. Right hand, dominant hand. So, left hand becomes dominant hand as the movement starts. Do you see that? Right hand becomes dominant hand as it goes up. Boom. Right hand is dominant hand. What do you think is going to happen as it continues? Left hand is dominant hand. Left hand is pulling it down. Body still turning. Turn the grip. Left hand, dominant hand. Don't catch your left hand cosmetically at the end. So you can look at the left hand is giving it to the right hand. The right hand is giving it to the left hand. Okay? I'm just throwing the thing back and forth. Left to right, right to left. Boom! Because I'm basically doing the center line descent, and the left hand's pulling straight down, just like on Yoko Manuchi, the elbows will be anchored. You start to see these unanchored elbows when you're going like that. But the weapon was being pulled down. Boom! And so the end of the Joe is higher than the hands. You can't do this. You can't be here and pull it down. You came around. Down, down, boom. You see that Joe geometry? Thirdly, watch you don't go into some crazy ass non-combative stance. What the fuck? You're just straining your knee. You're all twisted up. I'm barely able to hold balance. How did I get here? This back foot went too far. This foot did not rotate. Lock your four corners. Moves with my body. Boom. Shift. And as you finish, four corners move. Four corners move at once. Start to move. Feet move. Boom. I am here. Tension. Four corners. Four corners. Boom. Bring that foot back in. Four corners. Boom. Boom. Down. Here. Grab. Push. I'll do the other one. Let me get in the other one. Put. Come on. Okay? Let's go. My weapon will not be deceptive if I push on him. So he does this weapon. If he feels that, he's just going to withdraw the jaw and come back in. So withdraw it and then, oh, you got it? Remember, my side of the strategy is yin neutralizations. He goes into empty space. All right, so I might have a physical geometry. True! What else do I have besides space? Time. So there's a time to do it. Let's watch his Joe. His Joe is currently, stay there, going from the outside to the inside. Do you see that? If he keeps that vector and he goes straight, extended, he would be missing me. So that means, jump ahead in the logic, at some point, what? He has to go from the outside back to the inside. So as I move, this would not be the right time to try to get that over. So don't. Is it aiming at me? No. Keep your body where it is. Pull. I haven't done anything yet. As it starts to move to the other side, that is where my weapon comes up. See? That's where it comes up. Now, you're like, okay, but here's where I want to push it. No, just ride the weapon, and eventually it's going to do what? It's going to come more to the inside. Do you understand? Because he's going to drive with his left hip. It's going to have an angle. It's not perfectly straight here. As he drove with his left hip, turned the Joe, it goes that extra bit over. So I am moving over, you see, and with the rotation, I'm moving over. And as a step, I moved over all the way. So if I have the wrong timing, this is pushing. Keep going. Pushing. Pushing. You could have just gone here. Come on. Boom. Do you understand? I don't need the deflection. So find out the right timing where I'm not having that deflection angle. It's just an Aikido contact. That's all it is. Okay, let's go. So, up, you see I'm doing the same move. Okay? So, he's here, he's aggressing. I don't want to go like this, right? I don't want to twist myself. There's a rotation first, you see? Oh, rotation and elbow drops. And again, I'm not doing this. He's pushing hard, it just disappears. Off the wall. Pull, rotation, disappears. Get, push, push, grab it with the other hand. Push me, push. You see? It's not goofy. Boom. Elbow anchored. Boom. Other hand will hit. Boom. Bring him into the other hand. Boom. Boom. You came in. Rotate, disappear. Ooh, there it is. This will be totally different to his body. You see? He's got to hit it. He's got to feel, I got you. Oh, ghost, boom.